opportunity to introduce you to this year's inductees into the Radnor Hall of Fame. My name is Paul Wright. I'm a history teacher here at the high school and a proud graduate of Radnor in 1987. What I'd like to do, if you'll allow me, is to take the time to introduce you to this year's inductees, who some of you have already met today, had master classes with, or just perhaps looked on from afar and said, am I ever getting into this thing? And of course the answer for many of you is why not? So without further ado, I would like to begin by introducing our first inductee today, Mary Stengel Austin. Mary Stengel Austin, Radnor graduate class of 1982, is president and CEO of Tierney Communications. Mary leads one of the Mid-Atlantic region's largest communications companies. A graduate of Lafayette College, she has also served as United Way campaign chair for Southeastern Pennsylvania and on its board of directors. Additionally, she has served on the boards of Bryn Mawr Rehabilitation Hospital, Alex's Lemonade Stand Foundation, Stepping Stone Scholars, and the Greater Philadelphia Chamber of Commerce, who awarded here their Premier Business Award, the Paradigm Award. Most proudly, she tells me, she's the parent of 5 Radnor students. Mary Stengel Austin. Diane Kornman Levy. Diane Kornman Levy, Radnor class of 1978, is an alumna of Brown University. She went on to earn a graduate degree in physical therapy from Northwestern. And having returned home to Philadelphia, she was moved by the plight of the homeless. As a result, she founded Hands of Hope, a student-led physical therapy clinic for the homeless and indigent, and Journey Home, a nonprofit organization that provides health and human services to more than 2,500 children, youth, adults, and families each year. She continues to demonstrate her devotion to building strong neighborhoods by strengthening families through her work as the Executive Director of the Federation of Neighborhood Centers. Doug Deitch. Doug Deitch, Radnor class of 1981, made an indelible mark on Radnor soccer. As one of Radnor's first great players, he served as a catalyst for growth of soccer in Radnor Township. During his high school career, he set single-season and career scoring records. Deitch was a multi-year top scorer in the Central League. He was recognized as first-team high school player at the regional, Central League, and state levels. He also received National All-American High School Soccer Team honors in 1980. At Division I Lafayette College, he was named MVP and earned NCAA Regional All-America honors. In 1985, he was drafted in the first round by the Baltimore Blast of the Major Indoor Soccer League. Doug Deitch. Pasquale Macron. Pat Macron's distinguished career began in 1952 when he was drafted into the U.S. Army. Starting as a private, he rose to the rank of Brigadier General. Macron served as a combat infantry officer in Korea. He went on to staff and command positions in the U.S. Army and Reserves, and served as Deputy Adjutant General in the Pennsylvania Army National Guard. He is the recipient of numerous awards, decorations, and honors, including the USA Legion of Merit, the Pennsylvania Distinguished Service Medal, and the Humanitarian Service Medal. And he was inducted into the U.S. Army Infantry Candidate School Hall of Fame in 1981. Pat McCrone. Roy Neal, Radnor class of 1938. After graduating from the University of Pennsylvania, Roy Neal began his broadcasting career at WIBG in Philadelphia. From 1943 to 1946, he broadcast Phillies games with By Song. In 1952, he joined NBC News, where he served as a correspondent, producer, and executive until his retirement in 1986. Roy was a genuine radio and television pioneer, credited with developing many of the techniques in use today. Recognized as a leading news expert in spaceflight and science, he covered all of the Mercury missions for NBC and later reported the Gemini and Apollo missions and earliest space shuttle flights. He also covered political conventions throughout the 1960s and was a regular contributor to NBC Nightly News and The Today Show. He is a member of the CQ Amateur Radio and Philadelphia Broadcast Pioneers Halls of Fame, and Roy is being inducted today posthumously. Roy Neal. Charles F.B. Price, Radnor class of 1898. Charles was a member of Radnor High School's second ever graduating class. After that, he graduated from Pennsylvania Military College in 1902 with a degree in civil engineering. He went on to serve as an officer in the United States Marine Corps, rising to the final rank of 3-star general. His military career spanned 5 decades, from before World War I to the end of World War II. His major contributions to the success of the offensives in the Pacific Theater during World War II made possible the seizure of the Gilbert Islands from the Japanese, thereby opening the Pacific to U.S. forces. His awards and decorations include the Legion of Merit and the U.S. Navy Distinguished Service Medal. Charles is being inducted posthumously today. Charles F.B. Price. Meredith Scardino. Meredith Scardino, Radnor class of 1994, earned her Bachelor of Fine Arts from Cornell University and went on to earn an MFA in painting from Parsons School of Design. Her myriad creative talents have led her to a career in comedy writing, for which she has won 2 Emmys for outstanding writing in variety, music, or comedy on The Colbert Report. Her writing credits also include The Late Show with David Letterman and Best Week Ever. Prior to her writing for TV, she animated shorts and co-wrote and illustrated a long-running cartoon for ESPN the magazine. She has performed improv with her fellow Colbert writers at New York's Upright Citizens Brigade Theater, and their new book is entitled America Again. Meredith Scardino. Willie Sidner. Willie Sidner, Radnor class of 1977, excelled in football and track at Radnor High School. He was a tri-captain of the undefeated 1976 team that captured the Central League title. His honors included All-Delaware County, All-State, All-American, and Willie was a winner of the prestigious Club Award. He scored the only touchdown for the East in the 1977 Big 33 All-Star Game. In track and field, he was a member of Radnor's distance medley relay team, which at the time clocked the 5th fastest team in the United States. Sidner was one of the most highly recruited football players in Radnor High School history. His college career included football, playing Division I at Villanova, and All-American honors in track. He later played professional football with the Pittsburgh Steelers. James D. Wilson, represented here today by his daughter, Susan Fowler. James D. Wilson, Radnor class of 1942, went on to become a top graduate of the U.S. Naval Academy's class of 1946. Jim Wilson spent more than 20 years in the submarine service, commanding nuclear ballistic missile subs, and ultimately the Pacific Submarine Fleet. As a captain, he served as Polaris executive to the Chief of Naval Operations and the executive officer to the Deputy Secretary of Defense. From 1971 to 73, Rear Admiral Wilson served as Commander of Naval Forces Vietnam. As Vice Admiral, he was Chief of Naval Education and Training, including responsibility for the U.S. Naval Academy and the Naval War College. In his retirement, he devoted himself to volunteer work in support of Scouting, his church, and the Maryland Environmental Trust. His daughter, Susan Fowler, has traveled today to represent him from the United Kingdom. Tom Wilson. Tom Wilson, Radnor class of 1977. Although best known as Biff in the Back to the Future trilogy, Tom's notable credits reflect his wide and varied artistic talents. As an actor in animation, he counts SpongeBob SquarePants, Spider-Man, and Batman on his credits. A painter and photographer, his works hang in the San Jose Museum of Art and the Disney Gallery in Disneyland. Internationally known for his television and radio work, he has also shared the stage with some of the finest comedians, actors, and musicians of his era. Wilson has appeared in over 25 feature films and has numerous credits for recurring and guest starring roles on network television. In January, he'll be starring in MTV's Zach Stone is Going to Be Famous. Tom Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen of Radnor High School, staff, students, administrators, and members of the committee, allow me to reintroduce this year's inductees to the Radnor Hall of Fame.
Hey guys, you're thinking a lot about your future, and dreams come